Hi YouTube. I sit Indian style on my bed laying down on my back. Do you do that? Okay, so this is going to be vlog number 30, and I'm going to actually have another vlog that you're going to see at some point that's going to be called 30, but it's actually going to be 31 because right now I've got about 5 different videos in the queue waiting to go because the next couple of weeks are going to be fairly busy for me, so I've got stuff on hold to send, but I'm not going to have much time to get videos. But for vlog number 30, I've decided to talk to you all about what's the hardest part for me about having autism, and that's simply having the inability or the hard time for me to convey my thoughts and my feelings into words, to express in a meaningful manner to others, what's on my mind. And this is something that goes back way long ago, because I had vocabulary come early, but well, Mom said that I was speech delayed, but when the vocabulary came, it came out pretty fast. But I always had such a hard time trying to use it properly, and it definitely showed in my grades, because in English class, when you had to learn about stuff, the forms of language, like verbs and adjectives, nouns, pronouns, adverbs, all that stuff, everything past nouns was completely over my head. Like if you showed me a verb, or like if you showed me a verb or an adjective, I couldn't tell the two apart because my brain just didn't work that way. But I mean, language as we speak and as we write it is not how my brain processes stuff. My brain processes stuff visually, and in order for me to tell about something that I'm thinking, I have to see the picture in my head. I have to be able to see parts of the picture, and then I have to find words to describe what I'm seeing in my head. And that takes an obscene amount of mental energy on my part to do, because I have to focus really hard on those pictures in my head. And if anything comes up to kind of serve as a distraction for what I'm seeing, that makes it all the much harder. And getting back to the whole thing of, adjectives, there's really, an adjective, if you think about it, it's a pretty abstract thing. I mean, how can you visualize, an adjective? You can't. Because adjectives are not nouns. A noun, people place things as, those are easy to visualize, but, words to describe something, how can you visualize like yummy or fantastic or excellent, How can you visualize those? You can't. And so that's why it's so hard, for me to talk in these videos, because if you watch these videos, you'll notice that a lot of times, I'll have a lot of pauses, I'll be very slowly spoken. I'm going to be honest, the final cut that you see on these videos when I do them, sometimes it takes me 5, 6, 7 times, to get my thoughts straightened together and to get out what I want to say. But I remember, when I was really little, if I got upset, people would ask me what was wrong, and I just could not say anything at the time because I was so overwhelmed at the moment that I could not focus on that process of taking thoughts from pictures. And this is something that I struggle with today. If I'm in, it definitely extends, to, socializing with people, because I can't do small talk. I just can't do it. I could be sitting with a group of people and I'll be the only one who won't have anything to say, because you gotta be able to follow what's going on, and then you got to be able to add to it. And when you're trying to take what somebody's saying, because that's the other thing too, the same process works in reverse. I hear something that somebody says, and then in order for me to interpret it, I have to actually go and visualize it, and then I can analyze it. But when you're in a conversation where everything's real time, that doesn't work for me because I can't process that kind of stuff in real time. It's like my brain takes info. It's like a double translation. It's like you watch a movie in English and it gets dubbed to like Japanese, and then somebody takes the Japanese translation and converts it back to English. That's kind of, what my brain does with information. And that's the other thing too about how my brain processes information. It does not store processed information. My brain stores raw information. So if I experience something, that I have a really hard time trying to interpret what it means or what happened. Every time afterwards when I think about it, I have to go through that same process of trying to reinterpret what happens. A perfect example is, when it comes to music and song lyrics, because my brain does not process, because my brain does not save processed information. I've never been able to understand lyrics to songs because everything just comes in, and the lyrics half the time to me, they blend in with the music behind it, and I can't understand what the lyrics are, and that's how it gets saved to my brain. So the song lyrics, even though it's spoken words, it becomes part of the melody. And there have been times where 10 years after I'll hear a song and try and figure out what the lyrics are, suddenly it'll pop through my head what it is. Fortunately, I can't think of a song where that happened, but I know it's happened. But yeah, I'm about out of time on this one here, so I'm just going to call it quits for now. I got my hair cut, by the way, so the videos that you'll see posted in the upcoming few weeks, I'm still going to have hair because I picked Saturday to be my video day today because this is going to be probably the last free weekend that I'm going to have for a while. So thank you all for watching, and if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.